Merry Christmas and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Tatnall School in Greenville, Delaware. Mike Lang, Jason Winchell, and eventually Nick Alessandrini along with you for the 2021 Diamond State Classic, back after a one-year COVID absence. We're happy to be in our new location. Today our first game is going to be Delaware Military Academy and Caesar Rodney, two teams that were left without a tournament to play in after the cancellation of the Pat Borowski tournament. Unfortunately, a lot of cancellations late. The Governor's Challenge among them, but the tournaments all in Delaware are going on. By engineer and producer today, Jason Winchell, now join us as we wait for Nick Alessandrini to arrive here at Tatnall. And Jay, I'm excited to be in our new home here at Tatnall and continuing our relationship with the folks at the Diamond State Classic. It should be a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a great game here today. Two, teams that weren't in it as of Monday. So, this is great to see two Delaware teams open it up here. And, DMA's undefeated and ranked in our top 10. And Caesar Rodney has 2 losses, but they played a killer schedule so far. I believe they beat Delmarva Christian. They lost to Cape Henlopen, which is always a tough team. So, I think we got in for a good opening game here, and I believe we said 1 of 3 for today.
Yeah, we're gonna have this game. Then we're gonna have the opening ceremony. That'll just be we'll have audio. It's just not going to be us talking. Nobody wants to listen to us. And then we're gonna have 2 games later tonight. Caravel Academy is gonna play. Jay, they're a number 1 team or a number 2 team?
Caravel, they're our number 2 team.
Number 2 behind Sanford. Sanford, I believe, was supposed to play in the Governor's Challenge, and I think they're going to be at the. No, they did not add a tournament. I thought they were approached about going to a tournament this week, but I think they're off. It's kind of hard to keep all this stuff straight. It's been a schedule change after schedule change. We lost it. Our banner's lost. We need a new banner.
It's at the Chase Fieldhouse.
Wasn't it Brandywine High School? I thought that's where we last saw it.
No, I picked it up at Brandywine. And then Nick took it to the Chase Fieldhouse 2 years ago.
It's still there.
and he left it there. He went back to Trevor's like, it's gone.
We have to get a new banner anyway. We want the Delaware Live and 302 Sports things on it. But we're happy to be here, and we're only a couple minutes from basketball, and when Nick Alessandrini gets in, he'll be doing your play-by-play, and then I'll be on camera and doing color. Jason will be making sure we stay on the air. Thanks to everybody here at Tatnall. Jed, we just walked in about an hour ago, and they hooked us right up, so we're up here above everything. We hope to have some player interviews. I have to go get that microphone, and some good basketball, maybe some last-second finishes. You never know. Here at the Diamond State, we're glad to be back after the absence last year. Last Christmas was really weird, sitting at home not doing anything.
Yeah, yep. I believe I was working.
Caesar Rodney, just real quick. I think I'm connected to the wrong Wi-Fi here at Tatnall, or it's just not really working. Jay, I'm glad we're on Ethernet. Caesar Rodney girls come in with a record of 3-2. They have wins over Sussex Tech, Milford, and their last game, Delmarva Christian. That's a good win, and losses to Cape Henlopen and Dover. DMA, Jay mentioned, is 5-0. And their wins over Delcastle, St. Andrews, Hodgson, Smyrna, and Newark. So we're about ready to get started. We'll have player introductions, and then we'll have some basketball for you here on Delaware Live Sports.
First State Orthopedic statewide has 29 physicians at 16 locations. Our physicians and staff provide both non-surgical as well as surgical treatment for almost all orthopedic conditions and injuries. We are specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physician and orthopedic consultant for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to the local emergency departments as well as medical aid units and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Call for an appointment today or visit us at firststateortho.com.
High school athletics is not what it used to be. The sporting goods industry has been disrupted, adding to coach and athletic director daily challenges. BSN Sports stands ready to change the fundamentals of our industry, giving our customers the advantages they need right now. Your dedicated local sales pro is supported with nationwide team service, including sport and category experts. Get the look of D1 colleges and pro teams with our program that streamlines ordering your staff apparel, player gear, and fanwear. Stretch your budget with our fundraising solution. Free and ready in minutes. Our campus branding products are perfect for boosting school and team pride. BSN Sports has the advantages you need right now.
High Five Hospitality was founded in 2004 when three guys teamed up to introduce the Buffalo Wild Wings franchise concept to Delaware. They now operate 8 Buffalo Wild Wings, 6 locations throughout Delaware, and 2 locations in Maryland. B-Dubs has weekly and game day specials on their delicious food and beverages. Stop in one of their convenient locations today. The Stone Balloon Ale House features a unique blend of crafted food and an array of spirits, all flavored with a dash of nostalgia. Our culinary mantra is comfort food playfully reimagined, and we prepare seasonal favorites that strive to please the palate and resurface a memory. Limestone Barbecue, from our mouth-watering Texas-style brisket, fall-off-the-bone chicken, and St. Louis ribs. Southern-style sides, mac and cheese, baked beans, cornbread, sweet tea, and our homemade pickles. Be prepared as your bread will be your napkin. Yup, we are that kind of barbecue. Expectation. You'll have a tough time choosing between our exclusive dishes to help get you through the day. French toast, French crepes, Belgian waffles, and of course, our famous Eggs Benedict. High Five Hospitality's mission is to operate 5 brands that serve high-quality products with exceptional hospitality.
Under us. All right, welcome back to the Tatnall School. Mike Lang and Jason Mitchell, joined by the play-by-play voice, Nick Alessandrini. Nick, squeezing
Check
in
one,
just under
check
the
two.
yeah, you're good. Squeezing in just under the wire. Getting
Right.
here, Nick will be here for the first game, and then
Hopefully 6 o'clock as well.
and he's
yeah,
got
that's the game plan.
Nick's a busy guy, so we got rosters. We've already been through them. Nick gets to memorize the names and numbers. I'll do the next game, and we'll see what happens. Nick, we're a little limited as far as space goes here.
Yeah, you know,
I've
that's-
pulled
that's
that
when-
thing
that's
off
when the
tables
talent comes
many
out.
Nick's going to be looking through a post for part of this game.
Gotta love it. You know,
Just
nice
watch
little
where we
gym here
step.
at Tatnall.
Elgato. The Elgato is here. We're ready to go. Hang on a
All
second.
right, yeah, sounds good. Here we go. I believe our getting started matchup here, the Diamond State Classic debut, a little Monday after Christmas. Again, Nick Alessandrini, Mike Lang, Jason Winchell. Hoping you guys had a happy holiday, and also as we look forward to the new year as well. We're underway here at Tatnall's, Mike, and it's the Diamond State Classic. Our first matchup, DMA and Caesar Rodney. The Driders making the trip up north over here to Tatnall, and this one out of play. The Seahawks going to force a turnover early.
Nick, we talked to Dennis Lazier, a member of the Diamond State Foundation Board, and he was telling us about the challenges of putting together a schedule this year, and that sounds a little better. There's a near steal by Caesar Rodney. That's Aaron Hervella, number 15. And both of these teams were supposed to play in the Paparowski tournament down at Lake Forest, and that was canceled, I think, on what's today? Today's Monday, right? That was
Today
canceled,
is
I think,
Monday, yes.
that was canceled, I think, on Friday, so or Thursday night. So they Diamond State people spent the weekend finding out which teams from that tournament were interested in playing, and these are the two that decided they wanted to play.
Yeah, DMA, that one off the mark. Rebound and second chance opportunity. Shot won't fall, but 2 free throws upcoming for number 10. That's Amaya Hill.
My dad, Phil, was a senior at Salesiana when I was a freshman.
Oh,
The
there
team
you
went to
go.
the state championship game against Wilmington High. Well, we're not going to talk about the result, but Phil Hill, a longtime youth basketball coach in Delaware, and all-around good guy.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I had a chance to talk with him after his retirement last year. Hopefully
That's
he's
right. He
probably in
coached
here somewhere.
coached DMA boys, did he not?
Yes, he did. Yeah, got their first tournament win last season during the Open tournament as one of 2 from the line, I believe, for Maya Hill.
Yeah, she was 1 for 2. And then, they didn't put their goods at this point. The new coach over at DMA used to coach here, Anthony Wright,
That's right. Yeah, it's
the former University of Delaware standout.
Euro step in the lane. That shot wouldn't go for Elias Smith. Rebound and put up and in by Terry Bell, the senior. So both teams getting on the offensive glass here early in this one in a 2-1 lead for Caesar Rodney.
As Nick mentioned, we have 3 games and the opening ceremonies coming at you
Yep.
today. Caravel in action tonight, so that should be a good one. And Nick, we lost to 2 New York teams that were supposed to play.
Yeah, but it's been a lot of shuffling around, I guess I should say, and with all the, health implications and safety stuff going on with COVID on the rise in the areas. A lot of stuff going on in New York, and a lot of teams hanging back and kind of just sticking their own thing here in early January just to see how this all plays out. So they're going to inbound to Terry Bell, stripped and stolen. And coming the other way is Ellie Standarowski.
Ellie's, I think, been on the varsity since she was a freshman.
Gonna let that one fly just off the mark. So 2-1, Mike here. 2 minutes into quarter number 1. Baseline jumper is up and in. Nice shot that time by Elias Smith.
Not much arc in that shot, but hey, the result was a bucket. They don't ask how, Nick.
That's
They
absolutely
just ask
right.
how many.
And Mike, how about you doing double duty here today? It didn't even took me a second to notice. You're on the camera and doing color. There you go. That's
Yeah,
gonna
we
be a
got to
tough
be
job
careful with
do.
this cord. We left the long cords for the other location.
That shot off the mark. That, I believe, was a baseline 3 fired up by Jennifer Klump. Off the mark that time. Here comes the Riders the other way. A 4-1 lead for Caesar Rodney here early in this one. They're going to get it back to Terry Bell on the post, off the glass and in. Easy move for her down low.
4 for Bell, both of them inside, as you'd expect from a 6-footer, the senior for the Riders. Coached by Tamika Williams, by the way. Jeremy John coaching his first year back coaching for in high school for DMA. Who was that bucket for?
I believe Maya Hill knocking down the mid-range jumper. So she's got all 3 of the Seahawks points here early in quarter number 1.
I couldn't really see in this little monitor here.
As they try to get the ball down low. Good defense by Maya Hill this time to knock it out of play.
Nick, we should mention, we're all Diamond State right now. We're also going to be doing some games at the Viking Invitational starting tomorrow morning. We're going to be doing some early games there, and then we'll do the late games over here.
This one going to be a deep 3 ball fired up by Nabia Eswick.
So that'll be a lot of fun. Another scaled down from what they were expecting. 16 teams. They have 14 in that event, as they had 2 girls teams. They actually had several teams drop out. They were able to replace most of them. But last minute they lost 2 girls teams, so it's going to be 8 boys and 6 girls teams over at the St. E Center.
Again, that's where we're used to being every year.
We're happy to be here, though.
Oh, absolutely. And when you get, it's nice when you can get 2 nice tournaments, this close to each other here in the state of Delaware. That shot good defense by the Riders.
Yeah, I'm glad that they were able to keep these tournaments. As we mentioned, the Paparowski was canceled when a bunch of teams couldn't play, and also the Governor's Challenge in Maryland, the biggest high school tournament in the country, had to be canceled this year. And there were a lot of Delaware teams scheduled to play down there.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. And again, that's going on all on the East Coast. I know some stuff going on everywhere here. 3:57. We take have our first pause in the action here at Tatnall. And never mind, Mike, ready to get back underway. 6-3. 4 minutes to go here, quarter number 1.
Yeah, timeout's not allowed apparently.
Exactly right. Keep it moving as they get it down low. Huck's back up top now. Here's Eswick, going to put it on the floor. Good defense here by DMA, trying to use the elbow. Was Anne-Marie Hucks around the baseline and lost it out of play.
Nice play down there by Jeremy John in the corner. There he is there. So he's busy. He's the athletic director, obviously, at DMA, and now he's back on the sidelines coaching. It's good to see he's keeping busy. We don't want Jeremy getting in trouble. Outstanding athletic director, by the way.
Yeah, DMA seem to be going up athletically every year. Again, football team, great performance this year, able to make it to the semifinal. Maybe give Archmere their best game of the season.
Yeah, definitely.
That ball tipped and stolen. Here come the Riders. In the lane, took some contact. They're going to wave it off. It's going to be on the floor.
DMA also had a good boys soccer team, and they had good field hockey. It was just all around good year for the Seahawks. Fouls on number 14, Nick.
That was Nubia Eswick, who was driving with the basketball. Now our first sub for DMA. We're going to look at Kara Osborne, the senior. Again, Seahawks coming down, or 15 players on their roster for Caesar Rodney, just 11.
And I don't know if they have all 11 here today.
Yeah.
There's only 2 players on the bench.
That's a very good point, Mike. Good eyes. That ball's tipped and stolen from DMA. Great up pass ahead from Stan Dorowski. Has her woman. I believe that was Klump in transition, and that was some pretty basketball from the Seahawks there.
Nice outlet pass. Good pick up there by, we're going to have a timeout for Caesar Rodney, 30-second timeout. Good pick up there by number 11, Jennifer Klump, and lays it up over the defender and in. That makes it 6-5, and a quick timeout here for Coach Williams. Caesar Rodney, a longtime participant in the Diamond State Classic under the previous coach, Bill Victory. And you know what Bill was famous for? Bringing desserts to the Diamond State.
Oh.
I think Coach Williams has something to live up to here. As you take a look at the Riders.
I will say the last couple hospitality rooms at the Diamond State Classic have been top-notch.
There's another one here. I was going to tell you. It's over through the lobby to the left.
Have to head on over there before I head out in our little break in between. Before I get back here for 6 o'clock action. So that should be a good one later on.
Had a chance to talk to Dennis Lazier I was mentioning, and Dennis was putting the schedule together, and he said even last night he was going through the schedule to make sure everything was all taken care of. That's not going to – is that a floor foul? It is.
I believe so, yeah. Eswick again wrapped up underneath the basket.
But you know, Nick, just watching these college teams all over the place shutting things down.
Yeah.
And so I feel fortunate that able to play here today, even if the kids have to wear masks, which I know none of them really want to do, but they're on the floor playing and not sitting at home.
Yeah, that's for sure. I know we talked to a lot of the people that we worked with on the Beast of the East wrestling tournament. Little Euro step inside, a little too much Euro, and an extra step. Going to be a turnover back to the Seahawks, still 6'5", 240 remaining. But a lot of them, Mike, were surprised at the fact that we were using masks in our winter athletics. They were very surprised. That ball's tipped and stolen at half court, taken the other way by Erin Hervala. And she's fouled. I believe she earned herself 2 free throws.
Yeah, there was an article on Delaware Online last week that Delaware is the only state in the country with masks for wrestling. That fouls on Ellie Standarowski, by the way, her second. So that's something to keep an eye on
Absolutely.
If your coach Jeremy John, team's fourth. So he's mentioned 2 shots for Hervel, and then work this down. But with the way the rules, it's only at schools that they have to wear them. So we're wearing them here. The wrestlers have to wear them. Like we mentioned, the only state in the country. But at the Beast, they didn't have to wear them while they were wrestling.
Exactly right, which was a good thing here if you're here in Delaware.
How was the Beast? Was it good?
It was a great tournament, yeah. It's happy to be back there. And then last year, obviously, no Beast of the East. This year, phenomenal tournament. We had Max Agressi from Sally's make the finals, Gabe Gimpetro from Smyrna make the finals, and that's a huge accomplishment for those 2 young guys, or young men, I should say.
Yeah, you usually see a lot of Blair Academy in there.
Yeah, exactly. They were there. Yep, they were all in the finals as well. Blair, Del Barton, as that 3 is lined up and knocked down. There she is again.
Is that Klump?
Number 11, Jennifer Klump, the sophomore,
Ties
has
it
her
up,
second. And then going to turn it over here. Maya Hill going to come poking away on the inbound.
Good job by Hill, realizing the lane wasn't there and takes it back out. And maybe in a travel there, but good job by Hill. Recognized there was nothing. Again, she kicks it back out.
And the Seahawks with good ball movement, but there's Newbie Eswick going to step in front of that passing lane, pick it off, and go coast to coast for 2.
So I think we had a 30-second timeout for the Seahawks. It was a 3-pointer for Klump, as we mentioned, and then a couple of turnovers. And you said it was Nubia Eswick with the bucket.
Eswick has made 3 field goals here in the first quarter, not officially. Just made 3 of them. 2 of them were taken back on fouls on the floor. Finally able to find her first field goal here with 1:46. So Eswick able to get that one to go. Gives her team a 10-8 lead. 1:46 here to go.
Newark Charter Patriots in the house. I believe they are on the schedule later today. I think the schedule changes so much it's hard to keep track. But we're going to have, we mentioned Caravel here tonight, and we're going to have St. Mark's playing tomorrow, and Ursuline Academy will be here later this week. So it should be a lot of fun. Good to see. I haven't seen the Raiders yet this year, so I'll be able to see.
Yeah, me either.
See the Raiders with my good buddy John Noonan. And the assistant coach, my high school classmate Frank Panuto.
We're back underway, 1:36 and ticking here. First quarter action, a 10-8 ball game. As we kick off the Diamond State Classic. Now a whistle and a double dribble called top of the key. That was Kara Osborne. And you mentioned it, Mike, just 7 girls suited up here for Caesarati, making the trip up a few days after Christmas.
Did you have Santa? Was Santa good to you, Nick?
You know what, he was. That's a 3 for Eswick, and she's starting to feel it. That's her second field goal in a row. Give her 5. That one from beyond the arc.
Santa brought me my daughter back from South Carolina, so
that's all you can ask for.
That's all I needed.
That and the Bonnies to take home a conference title.
Yeah, that would be good too. They're supposed to play GW this week, but GW right now, I'm not sure.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. As we've alluded to, ball on the floor, kicked up.
But Nick, one thing when we get a stoppage of play, there's something about these cancellations that there's a stoppage of play. Some of these teams had 3 games scheduled at the Governor's Challenge. You know, you need a minimum of 15 to be eligible for the state tournament. Now, would the committees change that? Is it too late to change it? So that's the kind of thing. Some of these teams wanted games, so they decided to play here. The girls were already, they were mentally prepared to play. Look at that opening underneath.
It was Hill at first. Her shot was blocked by Bell. It was corralled again by Osborne. And she gets the field goal to go underneath.
Must have been some kind of miscommunication there because they were wide open underneath.
That shot off the mark from Hervella. At a play, and with a 13-10 lead for CR. Now 25 seconds left in the first quarter. Let's see if Seahawks can put some points on the board here. Again, a one-possession game here early as some subs now for DMA.
But as you mentioned, like DMA, I think had 3 games scheduled down at the Governor's Challenge. That takes them down from 20 to 17, and it's early in the season, you know, so you don't know what's going to happen. You want to get these games.
Nice dribble drive, a shot off the mark for Sophia Manuel. Now here comes Eswick. 13-10, 3-point lead for CR here, 8 seconds. Get it down to Hux on the baseline, jumper off the mark, rebound though hauled in by White. 2 seconds, 1, and that'll do it for first quarter action. Cesar Rodney, they're your home team making the trip up north, and they lead DMA Mike 13-10 after 1.
Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
You may have tried physical therapy,
But have you tried Premier? Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
you may have tried physical therapy,
But have you tried Premier?
And welcome back inside Delaware Live Sports. Nick Alessandrini and Mike Lang and Jason Witchell, the big 3 here for the Diamond State Classic opening tournament action. This is our first of many games we're bringing to you from both the Diamond State Classic and the Viking Invitational. Mike, and a 13-10 close first quarter, but an action-packed next couple days here before we close out 2021.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. Jay's back there shaking his head at the big 3 comment. It will be a lot of fun
Bosch,
to see a lot
Wade,
of teams.
LeBron, that's
Yeah,
what he's
that's
saying.
what it is apparently. Taking our talents to Greenville. We'll be in Wilmington too this week, but right
Yes,
now
we will.
we're all Diamond State right now.
Here's Gia Taden Smith,
Oh.
and how about that one? Knocks it down. The sophomore from beyond the arc, her first field goal. Recently checked in the ball game just at the end of the first, and able to knock down a 3-ball that time.
Yeah, I had a chance to watch her a little bit last year as a freshman, and obviously she hasn't lost the range.
No, she has it now, using the intensity on defense. Here's a baseline drive, finds White in the middle.
Oh, I think she came in from out of bounds.
Yeah, and she did so.
That was number 15, Aaron Hervell, who's got 2 points today on a couple of free throws. But Nick, a chance here for DMA to take the lead.
They fought back. It was an early lead for Cesar Rodney. Went up about 6 points as DMA using the end of the first quarter and the beginning of the second quarter to come back. 13-13. Ball tipped out of play as Gia got past half court. As the Hawks set to inbound, Sophia Manuel do the honors. Cross court to Evane, and now they'll reset the offense with Manuel up top here, 13-13. Gia, she's open in the corner, another 3, this one short.
I think that was off DMA. I think it was off Maya Hill.
Yeah, who made a good an opportunistic jump at that second chance opportunity, just unable to haul it in. And now ball back into the point guard for Cesar Rodney. That's Nubia Eswick.
She had a good first quarter. Not afraid to shoot the ball.
Yeah, they stopped a few of her field goals with fouls on the floor.
That's one way to do it.
Yeah. Here's a drive and kick. That's going to be a baseline jumper off the mark for White. Rebound into the hands of Sophia Manuel. Now she stopped in the half court. Ball tipped away, so able to pick it back up.
Nick, I've had a lot of opportunities to go out and watch high school basketball in the first month of the season or 3 weeks. And these are 2 teams I haven't seen, so I'm glad that
There
they
you
were
go.
able to make the trip up here.
And sometimes some of these last second changes work out in your favor. Maya Hill, jumper from inside the foul line. Off the mark, rebound to Hervella. they quickly move it up. Elias Smith, no hesitation, 3, short. In the hands of her teammate, though, that's Anne-Marie Hucks, and she's got 2 more.
Anne-Marie in the right spot there and cashed it.
And now she's going to do it on the defensive side there. Mike forcing the turnover, was being the ball hawk on top of Sophia Emanuel, leads to the errant pass.
Couple of substitutions here. Not the full line change like we've seen in the past.
Yeah.
CR can't do a line
Swap.
change.
Yeah. Unless, we got to find somebody to suit up.
I'm out of eligibility.
But those group of girls that got down there working are playing well here to begin this one. A 15-13 lead for the Riders. Just inside the 3-point line, shot off the mark for Hervella. Rebound to Maya Hill.
Maya Hill doing a little of everything for DMA. You see she goes coast to coast and kind of lost her footing there, but no travel.
Now they're working around the perimeter, and no hesitation 3 this time off the mark for Edavane.
In and out.
And there's Eswick.
Yeah.
Nobody stops ball. She hands it right off to her partner in crime here tonight. That was Terry Bell, and then not sure what the whistle was.
Did they say it's good?
Underneath, I believe it.
I think it's
They
going to be an
call
and one.
charge or an old-fashioned 3-point play opportunity. Yeah, it's going to be a chance
Okay.
for the old-fashioned 3-point play for Terry Bell. Extend the lead back to 4 and a chance to make it 5 with a free throw on the way.
The foul was called on Marissa Edavane. It's the 5th for DMA. Only 2 team fouls for CR this far.
Yeah, kind of rolling through here. Ball up. The rebound to Maya Hill. Good job boxing out underneath. So 17-13. CR on top of DMA. Get it to Hill here on the high post. They'll work it back. That's going to be a 3 up and knocked it down. Jennifer Klump's got her second.
Not afraid to shoot it and doing a good job thus far. It's I think it's 2 threes, right? For
Yeah,
Klump.
that's her second 3. A nice job by Gio with the help defense to stop Terry Bell, but that was only for the moment. As Bell able to get the offensive rebound and finish right back up with it, 19-16. Nice give and go action here for DMA. Maya Hill's jump shot off the mark. Rebound, though, to Hervella. So with a 19-16 lead, a chance to add on here for Caesar Rodney. Back to Terry Bell they go. She's been their all-star here in the first half. That one off the glass wouldn't fall and out of bounds. They'll get another chance at it here as the Riders will inbound.
Yeah, Bell's got a great height advantage over everybody really out there, and they've gone to her. She's got 8 points thus far with a chance at a 9th from the free throw. So Terry Bell's been the way to go. And then Estwick, who you see drive there, just missed a shot. Estwick's been missed outside, and Bell's been missed inside.
Yeah,
no foul on that one, huh?
There. Yeah, that one
Let him
caught
play.
me a little. Bell going to take it right back, though, and knock it down. And CR just being a little bit more physical underneath.
Double figures for Terry Bell in the first half.
It's got to be close to half the points at 21. Gia trying to get it past half court, takes a foul from Elias Smith. And now the clock stopped with exactly 4 minutes remaining in our opening half. A 21-16 lead for the Riders.
There's Giovanna Jaden Smith. She's going to come out. And then number 14, checking in. I'm on the wrong side of my roster here. That's Sophia Emanuel.
So it's Emanuel, Osborne, Edavane, Klump, and Hill.
She's in some trouble there, able to get it out to Klump.
Yeah, they does. Now over to Osborne as they're working around the perimeter.
Half expected to see Klump throw it up from there.
Good ball move. Emanuel thought about putting it on the floor. Great defense by Caesar Rodney. Now DMA looking for a shot. Emanuel going to fire up a deep 3 ball off the back end of the rim. Maya Hill battling underneath for position. The rebound falls into the hands of Daisy Mears. And almost a heads-up play that time for Hervella to try to bounce it off of, I believe, was Klump playing defense and hit off her knee and stayed in play.
Where's the 10-second count? Was that across?
I guess they're going to say
midcourt?
it was tipped in the backcourt by Klump, so it will not be a 10-second. Nice screen leads to a shot from Terry Bell. Off the mark, Hill will get another rebound, and she's got Osborne leaking ahead and unable to find it. It was a good idea from Maya Hill, just passing it out of the hands of Kara Osborne.
Just a bit high, but you mentioned it. DMA getting the ball and looking to run. When they have the opportunity, they've run a little bit today.
Here's Eswick. She's been showing off the handles here. She's got a good handle on her. Up top to Terry Bell. They're working around to Hervella. She'll take a mid-range jumper, short into the hands of Maya Hill.
Zoom button got away from me there.
Here comes Maya Hill, not going to stop ball. Gets it to the baseline to Kara Osborne. One more pass going to lead to an open three for Edivane, and she knocks it down. 21-19, back to a one-possession ball game.
Yeah, DMA staying in this with the long-distance shooting.
2:28 and ticking. Here's Eswick around the bell screen. She goes. Nice pass looking underneath. A little bit too much juice on it for Hucks.
So for Edivane, that's her first bucket of the day, and that was a good-looking one, huh?
Yes, it was. Nothing but net from beyond the arc. And now at 2:23, Maya Hill inbound. Here's a little pressure we see from the Riders so far in this one is we finally get a chance to check out Ellie Standarowski, the point guard who's back in the game now for DMA, obviously dealing with foul trouble in this first half.
Pretty quick first half we've had here, only 7 total fouls, but she's got 2 of them.
That's right. She'll pass to the corner. Edivane going to put it on the floor now. Good defense from Terry Bell. Now to Hill, one more, leads to an open three. It's Standarowski, and she knocks down yet another, Mike, and the Seahawks are on fire from deep.
You can't leave a player that wide open.
Got to get back on defense, though. Aaliyah Smith ahead of the pack. Layup wouldn't go, and now here's Osborne.
And DMA in the lead for the first time, maybe, yeah, definitely in a while. I can't remember if they've had a lead today.
1:43 and ticking, a 22-21 ball game. It's been a back-and-forth first half. Well, I guess you should say Cesar Rodney's led most of the way. DMA, though, able to stay right there, and now finally with a 1-point lead as we approach the minute-and-a-half mark here of quarter number 2.
Yeah, DMA with 4 field goals in this quarter, Nick, and they were all 3-pointers and 5 for the game.
Coach Jeremy John going to want to talk this one over. Clock stopped at 1:26. As we just mentioned, a 22-21 lead now in favor of the Seahawks. First lead of the ball game, Mike, and like we just said, it's been fueled by deep shooting. Klumpscott, I believe, 2 threes. Standarowski has one. Edivane has one.
And Jaden Smith.
And G has one as well. So they're
and
letting
yeah,
it fly.
Klump too. Yeah, there you go. So 5 3-point buckets, 3 2-point buckets for DMA, and then the lone free throw was our first point of the game from from Maya Hill. I don't. So we're ready to go. 1:26 here to go in the first half from the Tatnall School. Good look there at the gym. It's a beautiful facility here.
It really is.
At
It's been a
Tatnall.
little
They got
while since I've
another
been here.
gym over there to practice in. A lot of room for the teams to spread out here at the Tatnall School with a foul. It's going to be 2 shots for, looks like number 24, Marissa Edivane.
Yeah, Coach Jeremy John going to draw up a little give-and-go action out of the timeout. Leads to 2 free throws for Edivane, who's coming off that deep 3 a few possessions ago. She'll look to remain hot here at the free throw line.
Of course, we do remember Jeremy coached the boys team at Glasgow before he decamped for DMA 5 or 6 years ago. And obviously the time was right for Jeremy to get back into the coaching end of things. You know, those ADs, Nick, they're really busy.
Yes, they are. I know that. And again, DMA also off to a pretty good start this year.
They are at 5-0, and a really good start for them. They've been so young for so long, but now those young kids have really grown up, and they have a lot of juniors and seniors on the team.
Quick 3 fired from Daisy Mears off the backboard now with 1:09 to play here in the first half. The Seahawks will have possession up by 2.
Players like Standarowski and
Klump was left wide open. That shot off the mark. Hill gets her another opportunity as they work it around the perimeter. 55 to play.
I know they've been waiting a long time over there at DMA for the success that they're having in the girls' team.
That one got away from
It was touched out of bounds,
with
yeah.
the left hand. Yeah,
Kara Osborne, another senior who's been around this program for a long time.
So 46.5 seconds here till we head to the locker room at 23-21. 1 possession, 2-point lead for the Seahawks, who trailed through the first quarter, able to find that lead in the second and trying to hold it as these two teams get to the break. Terry Bell getting fed underneath. Double team
nice
comes.
play by Bell. She had two players in her face, you mentioned, and she got just muscled it up there.
They got it to her, and she's been dominant here as that ball's picked and stolen by Aaliyah Smith up and ahead, and 4 points in a matter of 10 seconds gives the Riders the lead back here with 22 to go.
See if they hold for one shot. I hear Coach Jeremy John yelling one. I'm surprised he's not yelling,
They get it underneath. Hill has it on the baseline. 8 seconds to work with. Scoop, layup almost went. Rebounded Terry Bell.
Hey, they got a shot. There. They hurry here.
3 seconds. 2 for Eswick. 1 passes it up. Hervella not going to get it off at the buzzer, and that takes us to the end of half number 1. A 25-23 lead for the Riders, who gained it back late in that second quarter.
Good job overcoming the 3-point bombs by DMA, and some real good defense led to this lead for CR by 2 over halftime. Nick, good way to start off the Diamond State. Now we're going to go find out where the hospitality room is.
Yeah, we're going to take a break here at the half. When we come back, we'll get your first half stats and ready for second half action right here on Delaware Live Sports. 25-23, CR leads DMA.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodell Concepts. Today we're at Thompson Island Brewing Company in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Come check us out. Located in the Rehoboth Gateway next to Blue Coast Rehoboth, Thompson Island will follow the Sodell tradition of serving beautiful, simple food that will pair perfectly with our fresh homemade beer. Thompson Island is the perfect place to have dinner with your family, enjoy happy hour with friends at the bar, or spend a day in the beer garden playing bocce ball and ping pong. Thompson Island Brewing Company in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, open 7 days a week. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodell Concepts. Today we're at Lupo Italian Kitchen in downtown Rehoboth Beach. Come check us out. Located inside the Hotel Rehoboth, Lupo serves coastal Italian cuisine with fresh pasta made in-house daily. Lupo features plenty of unique craft cocktails and an extensive award-winning all-Italian wine list. Popular dishes include lobster bucatini, veal meatballs, grilled swordfish, and eggplant parmesan. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue, serving happy hour daily and dinner 7 days a week. See you soon.
Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
You may have tried physical therapy,
But have you tried Premier?
How you doing? My name's Mike Cassidy. I'm the founder and president of Cassidy Painting. I started back in 1984, incorporated in 1986. I never had the word no in my vocabulary. When someone called me to do a job, I always said yes. Whether it was a struggle, whether it was 7 days a week, sun up to sundown, it didn't matter. And with that philosophy, we were able to grow to the size we are. We employ close to 80 individuals.
We really enjoy being in the family business. I look forward to coming to work every day, and it's so nice to work with the people that we work with in the office. We've really become a family with them. We really create a family experience around here.
And Cassidy Painting is a very diversified company. We don't say no to anything. We deal with everything from epoxy floors to painting buildings to spray foam insulation, spray fireproofing. If it deals with a coating, we can handle it. So when our customers call and they're under the gun and they know the need to get a job done, they know who to call because we perform. We've always been performed. We've never been replaced out of 37 years of business. For any of your painting needs, we can handle it.
We all know that choosing the right company for home preservation can be challenging. Your home is your castle, and only the best and most trusted will work, right? Of course. So why is Ace Handyman Services different and the right choice? We take great pride in our easy, no-hassle scheduling and communication process. You call, we answer, and we listen. Or take advantage of online booking 24/7. Once we understand your home needs, we schedule a craftsman to arrive at a convenient time for you. You then receive a pre-call the night before from your craftsman. On my way text notifications so you know when to expect your craftsman to arrive. Regular updates on the progress of your job. Even follow-up prior to any warranty expiration dates. Easy, convenient, no surprises, ever. Our commitment is to treat your home, your family, your time, and your privacy with respect. Rest assured, you are always our top priority. Our multi-skilled craftsmen will complete the work on your home in a workmanlike manner. If we don't, we'll come back to make it right. It's what we do and have been since 1998. Simply put, we're different. Ace Handyman Services, bringing helpful to your home.
Get the assurance that your HVAC system is what you need with Ambience. Ambience provides you with over 25 years of experience in the heating, cooling, and plumbing industry. The team at Ambience Heating and Air Conditioning provides high-quality residential HVAC installations, maintenance, and repairs in new and older homes in the Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania tri-state area. You may not realize it, but half of your energy costs go to heating and cooling. Make sure your energy dollars count and call us today for a free estimate. 302-239-HVAC. 302-239-4822.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts. Today we're at Blue Coast Seafood Grill and Raw Bar in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Come check us out. Located in the Rehoboth Gateway, Blue Coast features indoor and outdoor dining and serves beautiful, simple food that highlights the flavors of Southern Delaware. With chef-inspired daily specials, an award-winning wine list, and an extensive list of craft cocktails and local beer, Blue Coast is the perfect spot for a night out. Blue Coast Seafood Grill in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, open 7 days a week year-round for lunch and dinner. See you soon.
High school athletics is not what it used to be. The sporting goods industry has been disrupted, adding to coach and athletic director daily challenges. BSN Sports stands ready to change the fundamentals of our industry, giving our customers the advantages they need right now. Your dedicated local sales pro is supported with nationwide team service, including sport and category experts. Get the look of D1 colleges and pro teams with our program that streamlines ordering your staff apparel, player gear, and fanwear. Stretch your budget with our fundraising solution. Free and ready in minutes. Our campus branding products are perfect for boosting school and team pride. BSN Sports has the advantages you need right now.
First State Orthopedic statewide has 29 physicians at 16 locations. Our physicians and staff provide both non-surgical as well as surgical treatment for almost all orthopedic conditions and injuries. We are specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physician and orthopedic consultant for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to the local emergency departments as well as medical aid units and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Call for an appointment today or visit us at firststateortho.com.
Whether you're planning to buy a home in 3 months, 6 months, or even a year, let me walk you through the process from start to finish and get your questions answered. I'm a DHSA lender with down payment assistance programs or grant money. I can help those with less than perfect credit or those working on their credit. I'm also local and always have been. So call 302-563-5599 or visit bryans.loans.com when you are ready to get started on your road to homeownership.
Hi, it's Scott and Lauren from Soto Concepts.
And today we're at Catch 54 in Fenwick Island, Delaware. Catch 54 is committed to serving beautiful, simple coastal cuisine overlooking the bay. House favorites include signature crab cakes, shrimp and grits, our famous 54 burger, all accompanied by a wine spectator wine list and a great selection of craft ales and cocktails. Catch 54 offers delicious nightly specials, award-winning waterfront dining views, and the best happy hour in town.
Catch 54 in Fenwick Island, Delaware, open 7 days a week.
See you soon.
Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial...
And welcome back inside Delaware Live Sports. Nick Alessandrini alongside my partner Mike Lang and Jason Winchell. We're all here for the Diamond State Classic, a new location this year as we are at Tatnall High School. Nice gymnasium as you can see on your screen, and it's a great game to go with it here as we open up the Diamond State Classic, a 25-23 first half between Caesar Rodney and DMA. The Riders on top of the Seahawks, just a one-possession game, Mike. It was a great first half. Caesar Rodney did a lot of their work in the paint underneath with Terry Bell and Nubia Eswick, and DMA did a lot of their damage from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty much all the second half, and one except for the one free throw, it was all three-pointers. And Nick, we should mention at the end of the game here, there's an inside play, and that's Terry Bell, and she starts right where she left off.
Yeah, picking it right back up.
That we are going to pick a player of the game afterwards, and we're going to try to get that player up here for an interview. Can't guarantee anything, but we'll see what we can do.
DMA going to work it around the perimeter here.
Nick, I was watching some old Diamond State video just to see some of these players that we've seen, and
we've seen some good ones.
And you see Mike Lang interviewing Stanford player Brooke Dimitri.
Yep.
And there's a shot up and no good. We've interviewed a lot of good players. Who is it? That was
Maya Hill underneath.
Maya Hill with the bucket. So we're going to try to add to that robust list. Not sure what the buzzer's for. They're just going to keep playing.
Yep.
Right now, Terry Bell making a good case for player of the game here.
Yeah, she looks really good early. DMA defense able to poke that one away. Still a one-possession ball game, 27-25. And again, DMA, Ellie Standarowski battling foul trouble in the first half. That's a beautiful take by Sophia Manuel. And no foul, so count the basket and a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. She'll head to the free throw line and a chance to give DMA the lead back.
Great back-and-forth action here today. The foul was on Aaliyah Smith, her second. But what a fantastic opener here for the 2021 Diamond State. This zoom in button, Nick, does not want to behave.
That can be a pain, as we know. 28-27, now lead in favor of the Seahawks. Just a minute and a half in to quarter number 3. Eswick not going to waste any time, but a little too much momentum going forward as I believe that was Edivane able to take the charge that time, and now the ball right back to DMA. Good defense, and now a timeout on the floor, I believe, from the Riders.
Estwick's second foul, so a couple of players with two. Nick, we mentioned, I don't know, I'm going to yank this cord out at one of these points. We mentioned here at Tatnall, and you see the wall behind you with all the state championship banners on it. There's Nick in the corner of the screen. But you see a lot of here's a lot of cross-country banners and track on that wall, and you see golf and some lacrosse. We'll give you the quick tour here of the Tatnall gym. Then Nick, over here behind this temporary, the curtain here, the wall, is a court where you can warm up, and then you can't really see it. There's a balcony up top that they're not using, but they have used it for like volleyball play days and stuff. A lot of room up there for teams to stretch out and just relax when they're not playing in those play days. So a great facility here and a lot of room, and the parking's pretty good, and you can not too far from anything here in Wilmington ever, really. In Wilmington, never too far from anything in Delaware, right?
About that. I know going from different places as I've been here before, everything's right here. So I got to head into studio in a little while. 11-minute drive, gotta love it. As we are back, Standarowski drive,
took a few
floater
steps
in the paint, and Mike Lang, that's why you are who you are.
They called a foul.
Oh, excuse me, I was with you. Now you can see Cesarani, they were set to inbound. They thought it was also a travel.
Looked like it was on number 15, Erin Hervella, her first. Maybe that's why she took an extra step or two. Maybe she had some oomph. I bet you they teach physics in this school, and it's something about momentum. You know, things in motion tend to remain in motion. Remember that from physics class?
Yes, absolutely. Miss Maddock,
momentum.
My teacher at St. Mark's. Hope you're listening.
I had my physics teacher was Earl Carpenter.
That time, ball was put on the floor, but stepping out of play was Erin Hervella. So 27-28, DMA again up by 1 after the old-fashioned three-point play from Sophia Manuel a few possessions ago.
Nick, I got to tell you, physics was not my best class.
It wasn't mine either, as Standarowski tries to go off the glass, couldn't fall. Battle for it. And
I know that's hard to believe.
You know, physics was just in chemistry also. I guess it was just
I was not good at chemistry. I really enjoyed physics. I just wasn't very good at it. How about Terry Bell, another bucket?
Yeah, double team came a little bit too slow that time as Bell able to go up and finish, and that's probably going to be what they're looking for here in the second half.
Science is cool. Just went right over my head.
I'd rather watch, Terry Bell get buckets underneath.
There you go.
As that shot baseline from Hill just misses, and then Standarowski, I believe they're going to get her wrapped up in the backcourt. And
Bell just keeps scoring here.
That should be her third foul, I believe, on Standarowski. Unless we missed one in there. Could be 4, but I'm going to go with 3. We'll wait and see.
16 points for Terry Bell now, and I think all of them in the paint. And it is her third foul. And you see, I already mentioned only 2 players on the bench. So not a lot of options for Coach Tamika Williams.
As we are back, ready to go here. 5.5, third quarter action, a 1-point lead now for Cesar Rodney after the Terry Bell bucket. Here's Hervala, has some space from the foul line. Shot won't go, rebound almost went to Bell, tipped it around. Now it's Sophia Manuel. And there's been Aaliyah Smith. She's been phenomenal defensively all afternoon.
Trying to keep the Seahawks. Look at that scoop shot.
That would have been pretty. Wouldn't go, though, from Jennifer Klump. Now here come the Riders. What a pass from Eswick. Able to find Aaliyah Smith cutting to the basket. And then a wrap-up, I believe, Gia Jaden Smith and Jennifer Klump in there defensively.
The CR doing a good job forcing DMA to stay the outside, but not giving them those open three-point looks like they got in the second quarter.
I'm sure that was the speech at the break.
You can keep them outside, but you got to keep a hand in their face.
29-28 lead back in favor of the Riders as we tick under 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Good active hands from Sophia Manuel up top. Hervella able to corral, keep the basketball. Now it's Aaliyah Smith. Here comes the entry pass to Bell. Ball tipped up. Bell goes up and gets it. And Maya Hill does a great job to tie up underneath.
It's going to be DMA basketball, and good job by Hill. She plays everywhere. She's inside and outside. And that's a pretty good weapon to have there for Coach Jeremy John.
Yeah, just a freshman.
Maya played some volleyball this year for Mary Pat Quokka. Very good DMA team.
Now here she is, top of the key. Seahawks trailing 29-28. Now she'll put it on the floor. Trying to back down the defender here. We'll hand it off now to Edivane. And the Riders playing some good defense here.
I believe there was an Edivane on the baseball team, was there not?
He was a great player. The shortstop, I believe, going to Wilmington or Delaware. I believe Delaware.
Reigning state champion.
Yes, they are.
DMA
what a phenomenal
Seahawks.
team that was.
There's another foul call.
I believe Sean Edivane.
If it's number 3, I believe that on Smith, isn't that her 4th, or is it going to be her? No, we're thinking 3 for DMA, Standarowski. Yeah. So 3 fouls for Aaliyah Smith.
I believe Aaliyah Smith coming out, though, for the first time here today, as Eswick and Bell remain in there throughout the whole game. Klump mid-range jumper, got it. She's got a sweet stroke.
Well, that's good to see if you're Coach John. Jennifer Klump. Hot early, but kind of cooled off as of late, or they just put some more defense on her, but Jennifer Klump gets the seesaw going, gets them back on top.
Yes, you said it, Mike. Back and forth gives the Seahawks the lead back. We've gone back and forth. A lot of lead changes here in the last minute or so. Clock stopped now, 3:57 in the third. A 30-29 lead in favor of DMA. Again, Nick Alessandrini, Mike Lang, Jason Winchell up top here at Tatnall for the Diamond State Classic, our opening game of the tournament. Again, after this one, we'll have opening ceremonies at 5, and then tip-off, I believe, between Caravel and Haverford at 6 o'clock.
Well, I happen to have the schedule here
there
because I was looking at it earlier, and that is it is Haverford and Caravel at 6, and the 7:45 we're going to have Tatnall and Plymouth Whitemarsh. We've seen PW in this tournament before, and they're usually a really good team. Yeah. Tomorrow, Nick, at 4:15, it's going to be DMA and Tatnall. That should be a good one. Followed by St. Mark's Newark Charter at 6 p.m. and then 7:45 Plymouth Whitemarsh and Haverford. So a little bit of PA action in prime time tomorrow night.
There you go.
And then we'll be back Wednesday and Thursday. We'll get you that schedule as well.
Yeah, these the tournaments we're used to doing at this time of the year, the Diamond State as well as newly now the Viking Invitational this year. It's usually a phenomenal tournament.
They're a lot of fun.
Two of them. Yes, they are.
If you like high school basketball, it's just a great way to spend a day, no matter which tournament you go to, and they're all for good causes.
Nobody stopping ball. Maya Hill just missing in transition. That one looked good for a moment.
Yeah, Nick,
DMA still got the lead.
Sorry about that. When you go back and think about, we talked about it when we were at the Chase Fieldhouse about the talent that we've seen in these tournaments. It's unbelievable. How about that? Estwick nearly gets that to go. But just the number of girls who've played in this tournament that play, or that have played in Division I, we're going to have a travel call, Division I college basketball coming out of the Diamond State. We're talking like major conferences.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Brooke Dimitri, right, from Matter Day. We've had a couple of that Pickerington, Ohio team that ended up winning the championship that we had a chance. I remember we were on their news back up in Cincinnati.
You're famous, man. You were on there.
We got a chance to call that game.
They had a girl on that team go to Auburn. She's since transferred to Dayton, but they had a girl in the SEC out of that one. Another teammate of hers also went to Dayton. So, yeah, there's a lot of talent in this.
CR forcing the turnover, almost stolen back by the Seahawks, still 30-29.
That year at Pickerington, I think there were like half a dozen teams wearing purple.
Yeah. There's a drive.
St. Rose, they were in purple, and Pickerington and a couple of them.
That layup, unable to go.
Jaden Smith just couldn't get the finish. I mean, she's a little slow getting up.
Yeah, hopefully she's okay, battling a little bit of an injury. As that baseline jumper is nothing but net, wasting no time was Anne-Marie Hucks as CR able to move the ball quickly after the miss from DMA, and now they've got the lead back 31-30.
Yeah, how about that? Hawks with a great little baseline, about 13-footer. There's Jaden Smith looking okay.
Bounce pass to the corner. Terry Bell steps out and blocks the shot of Osborne.
Those long twos are a little difficult. You know, you take one step back here in three-point land, and it's percentage of making it's about the same.
Here's a drive, kick to Terry Bell, now back up top. That's Mears, shot off the mark. Hustled down by Sophia Manuel, then right interfaces Hervella with the defense. Manuel, though, going to put it on the floor, able to break a little bit of the press. As now they'll reset and catch a breath here with 1:51. At least for a second. Klump, though, has her shot blocked by Terry Bell, and then Maya Hill able to clean it up underneath. Shot wouldn't go, but she's hammered on her way up. So 2 free throws coming up for the freshman.
There is Maya Hill. I think that's a name that everybody's going to get to know over the next few years in Delaware basketball. And we mentioned her dad. Most of you know her dad, Phil.
Look at that rotation on the free throw. Nothing but net for Maya Hill.
I'm sure dad has worked on that free throw with her.
Daly Thompson, the junior, going to check in for Gia Jaden Smith. As another free throw on the way, and Mike, this one could give the lead back to DMA.
Yeah, all tied at 31.
And you said it, all tied at 31. Freshly into the game, though, is Thompson. She gets the offensive rebound.
That jinx, that's Nick Alessandrini, A-L-E-S-S.
I'm used to it now. Couple years of this, and there's the corner 3 for Osborne off the top of the glass. Rebound to Terry Bell, and Mike, here we go, 31-31, a minute and a half in the third quarter. Again, game continues to be close throughout.
I'm really impressed with Bell. I think we've said it a few times, is playing in the inside game. And how about that drive by Was that Hervella?
Yeah, Hervella, the senior, finds an opening, puts the ball on the floor. Nobody stops her. To the lane she goes, in for two. Gives CR the lead back, 33-31. Timeout on the floor with 1:17 to go here in the third.
Another quick moving quarter here. We've had a fast-moving game, which I'm okay with.
Yeah, exactly. Give us a little bit more time to get ready for the opening ceremonies. Again.
Yeah, had some pace. So that last bucket went to Erin Hervella. Next, she's got 4. 5 for Estwick, 4 for Aaliyah Smith, and 4 for Hux. We mentioned Hux, 4 for Hervella, and then 2, 4, 6, 8, 16 for Terry Bell, along with a bunch of rebounds. And Nick, we've been told we may have a live stats page, or not live stats, but after the game.
Ooh,
the stats for the games will be.
Runs. You love that.
Well, no, it's going to be electronic. We're going to have. We're supposed to get the wave. That means I have to get my laptop set up and hooked up to Wi-Fi here. So
there you go.
We'll hope the Wi-Fi works. I do know the password. We'll see if it works.
Yeah, again, everybody here at the Diamond State every year in and year out, it's been great.
And Nick, at the bottom of your screen there, you see Kelly Callahan. She's wearing the stripes today, but Kelly's been involved with this tournament almost since the beginning and does a great job with the whole committee, and not just Kelly. And she'd hit me if I mentioned her, and not anybody else. But her parents do a great job. They volunteer at it every year, and the referees. A lot of the referees donate their time, and a lot of them run the committee. It's a referee-run tournament, and it's just a great event here. Now at its latest home, the Tatnall School.
Yeah, we used to have Kelly and John Gretchen on our 302 Sports Weekly back in the day to give a little preview of the tournaments every year. As Maya Hill's mid-range jumper was halfway down, then falls out into the hands of Terry Bell, who has yet another rebound, and now it's Newbie Eswick, the point guard, taking it across half court here.
I'm okay with that shot by Hills. You know, she went down there, had a great look, and you said it was halfway in. And, I would tell her to take that shot every single time.
Baseline drive, Anne-Marie Huck's floater off the mark. Here comes DMA after the rebound. 45 seconds to work with as we wind down the third quarter. And just a 2.1 possession ball game. Baseline handoff to Osborne, steps out to the three, passes up on it as Sophia Manuel resets.
Hervella almost got her hand in there to get a steal. We've been in that 1 and 2 point difference all along. And how about that pass? Just couldn't finish.
Great setup by Coach Jeremy John. Had an opening for Sophia Manuel, who went around the screen on the entry pass. Couldn't get the layup to fall. 33-31, 16 seconds for the Riders as we round out quarter number 3.
If you're DMA, foul's not really the worst thing here, rather than giving up an easy bucket.
There's Eswick on the drive. Layup is short. Hauled in by Thompson, and now 1 second, going to get it up. No, and that'll do it. We are through 3 quarters here at Tatnall High School. It's our opening game of the Diamond State Classic, a 33-31 lead. Cesar Rodney over DMA as we head into fourth quarter action. We'll take a break. When we come back, it's the fourth quarter. We'll decide a winner after this.
First State Orthopedic statewide has 29 physicians at 16 locations. Our physicians and staff provide both non-surgical as well as surgical treatment for almost all orthopedic conditions and injuries. We are specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physician and orthopedic consultant for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to the local emergency departments as well as medical aid units and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Call for an appointment today or visit us at firststateortho.com. First State Orthopedic statewide has 29 physicians at 16 locations. Our physicians and staff provide both non-surgical as well as surgical treatment for almost all orthopedic conditions and injuries. We are special.
And welcome back inside Delaware Live Sports. Nick Alessandrini alongside Mike Lang and Jason Winchell. We are here for the opening matchup of the Diamond State Classic, and it is a good one. We're going to the fourth, a 33-31 lead for Cesar Rodney and Mike. Both of these teams, it's been a one-possession ball game almost the entire game. We're in for a treat here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, this has been a very entertaining game, well played. been really impressed with Bell.
And there you go, Mike, on cue. They're going to go
Bell,
right to her.
That was a tough shot. And she's done the job inside all day. She's really owned the paint. And, you know, CR's been doing this with just 2 players on the bench. Not a lot of depth today. So they have to play smart. They can't get into foul trouble. And you're getting the rebounds in there.
I
Just
think
couldn't
DMA
finish.
is going to have to get a rebound sooner or later. Terry Bell missed her last 3 from underneath, unlike her. Keeps it a 1-possession game here. 7:19 is worth 40 seconds in. As Standarowski now has it, so go back to Manuel. Standarowski and Manuel have been the ball handlers today for the Seahawks. And now the Riders shifting to a little 2-3 zone.
Yeah, if they have this kind of action throughout the tournament, this would be a great Diamond State.
Good ball movement. That's how you beat the zone. Leads to a 3 for Standarowski. She knocks it down. And if there was a how to beat the zone there, the Seahawks just gave it to you.
You pass around it and shoot over it. You can do the dribble, penetration, and kick out, but why?
34-33. With 6:40 remaining, Alea Smith back up top. That's Hux for 3, long off the mark, or excuse me, Hervella. As DMA able to haul it in. Here's Maya Hill leaking ahead of the pack. Beautiful pass by Manuel, shot just a little too long as it remains a 1-point ball game, 34-33.
Great opportunity there for DMA. Obviously just couldn't finish. But what a nice look for the Seahawks. And been impressed. This is a different Seahawks team. We mentioned they've grown up a little bit, and I think that's a big part of it. Obviously a lot of chemistry with this team.
There's Emmanuel, got caught with her hand in the cookie jar that time with the reach in. Now the rider is set to inbound. It'll be Hux as we have a sub here for DMA as Edivane will head to catch a breather. And in comes Savannah Graves, the junior forward center. We haven't seen her yet today, so she's going to be in there probably trying to battle underneath with Terry Bell here for the final 6 minutes.
Well, that's not a very enviable position.
Here's Aaliyah Smith with some momentum. Lost the ball, good defense underneath by the freshly checked in Graves. And that's going to lead to a turnover for the Riders.
DMA turning up the D. CR, their point production by quarter has gone down in each of the 3 quarters, so that's going to be a bump. I think Hervella is going to get called with kind of an inadvertent foul, but inadvertent or advertent, is that a word? I don't know. It's still a foul. Just well, it's actually team foul number 6 on CR, so the next one puts DMA in the penalty. Almost interception there by Hervella.
Yeah, Hervella being very active on the defensive end. That's what you want to see if you're a Rider fan. Making it tough on the Seahawks to even get the ball in play. Here's Maya Hill looking inbound. Get it to Standarowski. She's going to put it right on the floor, and here she goes. But tipped away and stolen. Now here come the Riders. Aaliyah Smith bumped by Standarowski. That's going to be her 4th foul.
The foul in itself, not a bad idea because you don't want to have a breakaway. The player that did the foul, you know, and she was the one who was there, but now that puts her in a real pickle.
Looks like they'll rest her for a minute or so, at least here in the 4th quarter. Coach Jeremy John going to send in back Jaden Smith.
Right now, Standarowski, the difference in this game with that 3-pointer that put the Seahawks up by 1 point, which is the current score, 34-33.
Here we go, Mike, under 6 minutes in the 4th quarter. Here's Aaliyah Smith, crossover, Euro step in the lane, and these shots just are so close to falling, and finally Terry Bell gets one to go as the Riders were just, there was a lid on the hoop for the Riders down there for the last few possessions, able to break through, and now they lead 35-34.
It's a good sign for Bell. She had kind of lost her shot there for a couple minutes, but has not stopped battling, has been dominant inside and picked up the bucket. And then we have a turnover.
Yeah, Jaden Smith, I believe, stepped out in the corner. And now she's going to be right back in the face of Nubia Eswick. As they're going to try to make Luff difficult on the point guard. Able to get past the first defender.
Nice
gets past yet another. Nubia Eswick with a pretty drive that time. We've seen a few of them in the first half. That's her first of the second half. Extends the lead to 3.
Did a good job finding the opening. Really got some momentum on that first step and right to the hoop.
DMA looking for somewhere to go.
And
that ball was blocked. As Savannah Graves went up with it. You said it, jump ball. Mike will keep possession down this end with the Seahawks. Some subs now. As Osborne and Standarowski back in the ballgame, Manuel and Jaden Smith will take a seat.
So real short rest there for Ellie Standarowski.
And you see the COVID protocols, the chairs all spaced out. Inbound is up, count the bucket, and the foul for number 10. It's the freshman, Maya Hill, once again with a big play for the Seahawks.
Another chance to tie the game. What an afternoon we've had here in this one. What a way to start this Diamond State Classic in 2021. Maya Hill at the line where she is 2 for 4 today. Manuel out just for a breather.
Yeah, she'll check back in.
That looks like Ellie is back on the bench. Nick Defal and Hervella, her third.
Three-point play is complete. So under 5 minutes to go now, 37-37 ball game. Eswick, though, going to try to change that with a three. Almost had it off the back of the rim. So we're all tied up, 37-37. 4:36. Klump over to Osborne.
Kara had a shot. Thought about it. Probably not a bad idea with Leah Smith all over.
Yeah, again, Leah Smith has been great defensively here today for the Riders. Absolutely. Here's Hill, going to put it on the floor. Scoop splits the defenders. Almost got it to go. Osborne battling underneath. And good job by the Riders to box out, and they'll get possession here with 4:18.
Good job by Maya Hill to slice and dice her way in there. And almost got that circus shot to go in.
4:18 and ticking. Tie ball game. Opening game of the Diamond State. Here's Aaliyah Smith. Splits two defenders. Left-hand layup is pure off the glass. Lead back to CR 39-37.
Good look there from Aaliyah Smith. Really like what I've seen from CR today. They have multiple options, and obviously they're shorthanded. So I imagine they have other options who are just not here today. But they're going to be a force in that Henlopen North this year.
Graves almost had the rebound off the miss from Klump. Terry Bell gets it for the Riders.
They're going to be up there really with Cape Henlopen as far as like the leaders of that Henlopen North. And don't forget about Dover.
That's a three for Eswick. Would be huge if it goes. Rebound to Klump, and now leaking ahead of the pack is Osborne. Klump going to bounce, pass it up to her. She has it on the block, able to corral it and get it to go. A nice move, an underrated bucket that time. That can sometimes be a tough shot.
Yeah, you know, she had to kind of turn to get that pass. And when she turned back to the bucket, and you're right where she was, laid it up and in with the defender right there.
Now
Kara
DMA
Osborne
going to switch to the zone. Mike Smith tries to split it left hand, too strong, gets her own rebound, battling underneath. And she lands out of play. Ball back to DMA. We've got a good one. 39-39, 3:05 remaining.
This has been a lot of fun, this game. We weren't sure what we were. You know, these are two teams that, Nick, weren't even sure where they were going to be 2 days ago, and here they are. It's like an early Christmas, a late Christmas gift for us, you know? Early.
Ahead.
Think about it for next year, it's an early gift. Who's that? That was
Edivane able to get it to
Edivane.
go. And just like that, DMA, who was down 3 not that long ago, is stormed back to take the lead, 41-39. Here's Aaliyah Smith stuck on the baseline. Ball tipped by Standarowski. She tried to hustle it down out of play. It'll stay down this end with the Riders.
good hustle by DMA. Uh-oh. Nick, I got to go to the roster here. I don't have a 20 on my roster.
You know what? I don't either. And, you know, we experienced this at the Chase Fieldhouse, and it was the technical fouls. One of the teams didn't have that player's jersey in the book at all. Not the case here, I believe, as we'll get you number 20.
Maybe.
Maybe.
The drive, smart idea. The pass, the shot just didn't go.
Now up ahead is DMA. Stanarowski couldn't get it. Terry Bell, though, is there to haul it in. And that's actually Aaliyah Smith the other way. Good defense from Hill and a good timeout. You said it, by Caesar Rodney. Again, thought they might have lost the ball. I did as well. A good timeout on the floor. 41-39 lead for DMA. Mike, 2:13 to go.
Yeah, buckle your seatbelts. We're up for the last couple of minutes here. It's been this has been a fun game to start this tournament off with.
Again, we're used to being over at St. Elizabeth's bright
and
early.
We will be.
For some, that's right, we will be there early. Don't get it wrong, we'll be there. But, it's fresh to be here at Tatnall. for the first time in a long time for me personally. I'm assuming you guys haven't been here in volleyball season.
We
maybe?
did. We actually streamed the volleyball. We did a match of the week from right here. It was Tatnall and Tower Hill.
Hey, there you go.
Nick, we were on the other side of the gym, over near the Friends banner there, and to get in, and the bleachers were pushed in. So in order to get onto that platform, we had to go outside into a courtyard, up like a fire escape, and then somebody had to come open the door to let us in. It was something else. It was an interesting day. And some of those volleyball players for Tatnall are going to be playing basketball. Sophie Kirby and a couple of the other ones. Mia Conkey. You may remember her brother Jackson Conkey from Salesiana, who also Jackson played here for a couple of years. So yes, we have been here. And I saw some basketball here last year. Tatnall had a really good team, boys team last year.
Were. And that ball stolen right off the bat. That's what you want of your coach, Jeremy John. A 2:06 remaining, and DMA able to force the turnover up by 2.
Chance really to a bump there. Lucky to lose the ball. To go up by 4 points at this stage would be huge for DMA. This has really been, I know it was 37-34 Cesar Rodney, but it's really been one possession. It's been one possession game almost the entire day. Very few leads have gone outside 3 points, and I think we have a timeout for Coach John. What's the ball? Give me the ball. Look at him, he's got it. There is Jeremy's like, oh, you want it? There you go.
Here we go. We got our guy, Jason Winchell, who knows everything. He's letting us know one timeout apiece. It's great.
Did you know that, Jay?
Great to have Jay here. Whenever you have a question about a rule or what's going on during the game, you just ask Jason, and he'll get you the right answer. So one timeout remaining, 141, a 2-point lead for DMA. And you said it, Sophia Manuel maybe stuck up top of the key there, nowhere to go. Coach Jeremy John wanted to talk it over. And then you're right, asked for the ball, got it, felt just to make sure everything was okay.
Yeah,
and then able to get it back. I know we were at William Penn Appoquinimink last week or the week ago. There was a big discussion about the basketball. There was a talk that it wasn't inflated enough, it was too deflated, and what's the PSI, and it was a big discussion. They ended up changing balls, I believe. They've got these new Wilson basketballs that they are using this year, and sometimes that's just going to be the case. 141 though, and one possession game, DMA on top.
Now they don't need to shoot here, but to hold the ball for a minute and a half that's pretty tough.
Yeah, that's hard to do. Here's Standarowski.
There is no shot clock in Delaware yet.
And I hope we'll see that somewhat soon, and by soon I mean relatively soon.
Nick said if you can get the shot clocks in by tomorrow, that would be awesome.
That'd be great, but I'm sure that maybe in the next couple years we'll have to wait and see. And then a foul on the floor. As
I think that's going to be on DMA, right?
And that's what you want if you're a rider down by 2, able to pretty much force a turnover, also get a foul in the process. As Standarowski, I believe that's her 5th, so she is finished. So they'll have to do the rest of the game without their starting point guard.
Ellie Standarowski with 6 points today, but her contributions go beyond the scoreboard, that's for sure.
Now the zone for DMA as they try to feed Terry Bell underneath, and that pass is errant over her head back to DMA. So DMA does their job defensively there with just 1 minute to go. They lead by 2.
The idea was solid. The execution just not there. It was just a little bit high, even for Terry Bell. As we get Jaden Smith checking in for, was that Savannah Graves, number 13, who had snuck in, Nick, under the radar. And Jaden Smith was a little screen to help him get that ball up. Look at Maya Hill.
2-on-1, bounce pass up ahead,
Beautiful
and it's
play.
Finished by Edivane. You said it, Mike. That's a big bucket in a big way for the Seahawks, up by 4, 47 seconds. Now the Riders got to get to work. Aaliyah Smith fires a 3, short side of the rim into the hands of Edivane.
Now they're going to have to foul.
And now DMA in a good position here, but Smith has been great on defense. We'll see if she can poke out another. Now she's going to switch now on Jaden Smith.
A lot of time running off that clock.
Yeah, good job by DMA to handle the basketball here.
There it is.
And then a foul by Aaliyah Smith with 24.5 seconds to go.
I could see going for the quick foul, or the quick steal rather, but they let a lot of time run off that clock. Should be a 1-on-1 here.
So it'll be Sophia Manuel at the free throw line. DMA up by 4, 24 seconds remaining. As the first free throw was long.
Nobody
Maya
moved.
Hill, and Maya Hill's the one that knew it was a 1-and-1. Couldn't haul it in, though, as Terry Bell catches it off a bounce. And now a timeout for Cesar Rodney, down by 4. They've got 18 seconds to work with.
And I think if Jason told us correctly, that they should be out of timeouts for CR, but we only have 18 seconds, you mentioned,
So
left
one
to
more,
go.
yeah, for DMA, but that'll do it.
And Nick, by miracles, my scorebook adds up.
And there you go. Nothing, no better feeling than that when you look down and it adds up. And one thing we mentioned or talked to almost at nauseum in half number 1 was Terry Bell, her usage underneath, and she was finding those baskets. And second half, DMA able to close them up at that speech in the locker room. They've been bringing that help defense over, and she has not really found her rhythm here in half number 2.
I mean, she has 6 points. Her shot's just not falling. I think a little more pressure on her defensively from the Seahawks and just the execution for CR in the second half, not what it was in the first half. They've scored just 14 points here in half number 2 after scoring 25 in the first half. They can get 2 quick points here. You know, the DMA's free throw shooting has been okay, and you know, you can't wait. You know, you have to foul immediately, but they need the bucket first. That's the most important thing. And if I'm them, I'm going right at Terry Bell and letting her put a shot up. Or if you can get Estwick free, but she's got Giovanna Jaden Smith on her, so that's a tough defender right there. And you also have to keep an eye on Aaliyah Smith, but she's impounding the ball.
So we'll see what they draw up here. It's Hervella here with 15 to go.
If
Gotta
you're,
get to work.
If you're Coach John, you're okay with CR running this because they're on the perimeter and there's a long 3.
Estwick in and out. That one was halfway down. Graves gets the rebound underneath.
That's going to do it.
And now final foul on Maya Hill, 2.5 seconds, and the Seahawks on their way to advancing to 6-0 here in a late rescheduled game with Cesar Rodney here to kick off the Diamond State.
Great game, though, to start the tournament off, and it's a good win, really, for DMA. They came back. They were down 37-34 in a 9-2 run here to end the game. We're not done yet. Maya Hill's going to be shooting at least 1 free throw.
And like you said, Mike, hopefully you'll be able to have a word with your player of the game, who I'll ask you for in a moment, as it looks as if, though, DMA on their way to victory, as we talked about, 6-0 record for the girls to begin this 2021-22 season, as that went off the mark. But she's going to get her own rebound, and why not? That will do it. DMA gets the win, 44-39.
All right, good job for DMA, the final 44-39. And Nick, by the power vested in me by 302 Sports, the player of the game. We're going to grab Maya Hill, our player of the game. I'm going to take a run down there and try to. They're sending a player up.
Sophia Manuel, who
my player of the game is still Maya Hill, but they're going to send
Sophia
Manuel. We have to get that microphone.
Ball handler.
So I'm going to get the microphone. We're going to do a headset? We'll do a headset.
I'm going to head to put this in the studio.
I'll
be back for the 6 o'clock game, but before we head to our Maya Hill and Sophia Manuel, and again, Sophia Manuel, the primary ball handler here today for St. Mark's, and with Standarowski in foul trouble, and we'll have a chance to talk with her in a second. And Mike, a great game. I'll be back here in a little bit.
All right, Nick.
But thank you, sir, and I'll pass it off to Jay.
So they are naming a player of the game for the tournament committee, and then the player of the game for Cesar Rodney, obviously Terry Bell with a fantastic game. She had slowed up in the second half a little bit, with a little tougher D from DMA, but she still ended up with 12, 16, 18 points for Terry Bell today, and she is the player of the game for Cesar Rodney, and maybe the player of the game, period.
Yep.
And we'll see Nick later on, we hope. And
Mike, why don't we take a quick break?
Let's take a quick break because we're not sure what's going on here.
High school athletics is not what it used to be. The sporting goods industry has been disrupted, adding to coach and athletic director daily challenges. BSN Sports stands ready to change the fundamentals of our industry, giving our customers the advantages they need right now. Your dedicated local sales pro is supported with nationwide team service, including sport and category experts. Get the look of D1 colleges and pro teams with our program that streamlines ordering your staff apparel, player gear, and fan wear. Stretch your budget with our fundraising solution. Free and ready in minutes. Our campus branding products are perfect for boosting school and team pride. BSN Sports has the advantages you need right now. High school athletics is not what it used to be. The sporting goods industry has been disrupted, adding to coach and athletic director daily challenges. BSN Sports stands ready to change the fundamentals of our industry, giving our customers the advantages they need right now. Your dedicated local sales pro is supported with nationwide team service, including sport and category experts. Get the look of D1 colleges and pro teams with our program that streamlines ordering your staff apparel, player gear, and fan wear. Stretch your budget with our fundraising solution. Free and ready in minutes. Our campus branding products are perfect for boosting school and team pride. BSN Sports has the advantages you need right now. High school athletics is not what it used to be. The sporting goods industry has been disrupted, adding to coach and athletic director daily challenges. BSN Sports stands ready to change the fundamentals of our industry, giving our customers the...
All right, welcome back to Tatnall School. These cords aren't long enough. Joining us is our player of the game, Maya Hill. Maya, you guys are down 37-34. You ended up with a 10-2 run to end the game. You know, what did Coach Jeremy say there at the end of the game to really put you guys over the top?
He really just said that we could play harder than we were in the first half especially, and we just weren't putting in the work that we know we can, so that really got us all fired up to win.
Did you know anything about CR? Were you supposed to play them down in Felton or no?
No, I don't think we were ever scheduled to play them, but we knew they have a lot of good players, so we knew what to watch out for, and we executed.
We mentioned, we talked about it walking over here. You guys were scheduled to play down at the Paparowski tournament. Last second that gets canceled. You guys are all geared up to play, and then all of a sudden you don't have a game, and then now you do have a game. What was that, the kind of whirlwind, that roller coaster of emotions like the last couple of days before you had it confirmed that you were going to be playing here?
Yeah, well, we were all really fired up to go down to play in Salisbury, and then...
Oh, that's right, you were in Governor's Challenge, not in the okay.
And then it got canceled, but finding out we could play a game, we just all got excited over that because we wanted to play.
You guys are out to a 6-0 start. I know a lot of these girls have been playing together for a long time. You're one of the relative youngsters on the team. But what's it like for you guys under a new coach with Jeremy out there being out 6-0? It's got to feel pretty good.
Everyone's so excited with the record, and I think our hard work really paid off, and it shows on paper that we are working hard.
You guys are back here, right? I think I got the schedule here somewhere.
We're back tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Yeah, here at DMA against Tatnall tomorrow. You got the early game. Again, it's 4:15, so no 9 o'clock games in the morning. I know that maybe that's one of the advantages not to go into Salisbury. You're not playing at 8:30 or 9 in the morning. You got to be excited. I know it's a break from school for you guys, but I imagine you guys don't mind being out playing some basketball on your Christmas break.
We love it.
So, Maya, tomorrow you guys play Tatnall. Today you came away with a big 5-point win over a really good Caesar Rodney team, and you get the honor of being our first player of the game for the tournament. Nothing really matches that, I know. But I guess we'll see you tomorrow afternoon. Maybe we do this again. Now, we have a rule. I think it's only one interview per player, right, Jay? I think that's the way we do it here. So, congratulations, a big game for you, and congratulations to Seahawks. Now you can go out there and we got you away from Jeremy for a few minutes, so right? So that's a good thing. All right, Maya Hill, our player of the game. Your final once again, DMA 44, Caesar Rodney 39. For Nick Alessandrini, who's already gone, Jason Winchell. And for our player of the game, Maya Hill, I'm Mike Lang. We'll see everybody for the opening ceremonies at 5:15.
Thank you.
All right, Maya, great job.
Thank you.
Thanks.